Hi guys, it's Lilliana Rose, aka Lily. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. And today we are decorating my grad cap. We have to finish her up tonight. So I was like, why not film a video? Let's have a little sit down because this is going in my senior series video playlist thing. This is kind of like the Q&A portion. We're just gonna basically be chatting as I decorate my cap. I am so excited. I got my nails done today. Here they are. So there's gonna be a lot of tapping. But before we even get started on yapping about school, I thought we'd do a little introduction because I'm not really sure if this is gonna be the first part of the series or what. But for anyone who is new and watching the series or whatnot, the series is only 10 videos. And it's not a huge series by any means. My name's Lilliana. My intro is, hey guys, it's Lilliana Rose, aka Lily, because I go by Lily in like real life, like in person. Basically my whole life I was Lily. And then when I moved to churches, I decided I'm actually gonna be Lilliana. So now in person I go by Lilliana, but for like the people who already know me as Lily, they still call me Lily. So I'm Lilliana mostly now, but that's why my intro is like that. I am graduating a year early. I am homeschooled. I do Acellus, and I'm traveling to Acellus to graduate on July 27th. I'm going to be there. This video is coming out when the new school year starts. I was going to release it like right when I ended school, but then not all the videos were ready because my graduation actually got moved back. I was supposed to graduate like right when school got out for everybody, but I guess all the tickets got sold out and this was the only date that was available and that I could do was July 27th. So it is very late. I am aware of that. Everyone says, wow, that's late when I tell them. So it is in fact late. I am pouring all of my bedazzling stuff in their little containers right now, if you hear that. I got pulled out of public school. I finished off my 2020 year with my school district, and that's when they were already going online. I finished up that year. I was in 6th grade, finished 6th grade up. Starting in 7th grade, I started doing Acellus. It's the first program we tried, and it worked out great. So I finished off. My goal was actually to finish 2 years early, but I had so many electives I was doing, so I couldn't. I really could have if I had the max amount of classes, but I didn't have the max. I always had at least like 5 classes, but the max is 6, and I know that's only one more class, but every little bit counts. So I'm actually graduating with a high honor rolls, and I am super excited. I have everything all ready. I have to pack after I do this, but let me quickly show you guys my little cap. So here's my cap currently. It's kind of hard to read this, but I'm hoping it works out. So it's a little, I don't know what they're called, but the little like scene things, because I actually filmed my whole high school career on YouTube. So I was like, this would be like perfect as like my YouTube type of thing. So this is her, and she is all bedazzled up. I'm so in love with her. I'm going to finish her up tonight because today is Thursday, July 24th. Tomorrow I have a concert on the 25th. And then the 26th we're driving there. And then 27th I am graduating. So I basically have to get this done tonight and clean my whole room tonight. And I'm packing tomorrow morning. So that's lovely. But let me quickly go over this before I start decorating and yapping away as I love to do. So production, graduation, and roll 2025, scene, AA, Acellus Academy. And I'm going to be going over like talking about actual graduation because I'm not going to be filling in this box, and I'm going to explain that a little later on. But this says take 3. I really hope you guys can see this. Like, I didn't do all this work for people not to be able to read that, but I did take 3 because I am graduating a year early and I'm super excited about that. So I thought I could incorporate that. And then director Lilliana, and then date July 27th. I've been doing YouTube a very long time. Girl has not grown on YouTube. It's okay, guys. It's gonna be okay. When I was younger, I did YouTube. I want to say I started doing YouTube in 2015, maybe? Something like that. But public school didn't appreciate that, the kids. So, stopped doing YouTube. Started again in the summer of 8th grade, I think. And then ever since, I've been recording videos. I started doing like 2 videos every single week, like long form videos. I also do shorts, but like I prefer to do long form ones. This TV is not gonna appreciate my lighting. It's white noise, white screen video on YouTube, for anyone wondering. But then I just started to do YouTube again. I filmed every first day of school, every last day, morning routines, fall morning routines, winter morning routines. I filmed Vlogmas for, I think I did Vlogmas for 2 years. Maybe it was 3. I think Vlogmas was 3 years. But, so I filmed all my years of high school, and I love the fact that I did that because now it's all on there. I love like memories like that. I'm not really sure how to word this, but the first year I'm going to be basically taking a leap year, I think they call it, and I'm gonna just not go to college in that year. Probably save some money, do all that fun stuff, and then go from there. I might take a few courses. That's what I was originally gonna do, and I was looking into this one course place for interior design, and then I seen more reviews on it and it wasn't the best place, so I don't think I'm gonna be doing that one anymore. But college wise, I'm still not really sure. So that's basically what this year is going to be for me to do, which is technically my senior year if we're going based off my age, which is 1738. I looked up on Google questions for seniors, and we're going to be asking myself them and answering them. So let's get into it. What's one thing you wish you had known as a freshman? And the thing I wish I knew as a freshman based off my freshman year was friends come and go, and drama happens, and the world will not end, in fact. What values have you gained during high school? I definitely have gained maturity during high school. Not being in like a physical building high school with all kids, like all types of different kids, I definitely feel like I can stand more on my own ground of what I believe in, because I'm not like hearing 20 million opinions. So I feel like with that, I kind of got to know my own thoughts and feelings, if that makes any sense. And that did not answer the question, I don't think. Do I plan to stay connected with friends from high school? I have no high school friends. No, I'm joking. I have a lot of friends who like go to public school. I do have some homeschool friends too, but currently I'm like friends with all my friends, if that makes any sense. I have definitely had like my fallings out. I've definitely had my falling outs with friends during high school, and I think I had to learn the hard way that that happens and it's gonna be okay. But yeah, I love all my current friends. They're great, and couldn't ask for any better friends in life. My favorite subject was definitely English. I've always loved English in school. Not when they bring in, what's his name? I hated him. Cannot think of his name right now. I hated when we were learning about like old English though. I quite literally hate that. Hate when they're like, thou she went. No, like, please do not talk like that. I hate it. Like, sometimes I barely can even understand English. Like, why are we doing this right now? What do you miss most about kindergarten? What do I? Probably recess. Man, it's been so long since I've went to recess. Sometimes I think about like how long it's been since I've been into like a physical school building, because the last time I was in a physical school building was when everyone went out for spring break. I don't know if you guys know that trend, but there was a trend going around for a while where it was like oh, school's out for 2 weeks, and then it like shows their like glow up kind of thing. I did that video, except I never went back. So I always think about that, how that was my last time at school. And like, yes, I know I still went to school, but that was my last time in school, and I never would have guessed that in a million years. What is your hardest school year? And that's definitely gonna have to be 7th grade for me. There was just a whole lot of emotions. I was holding back a lot of feelings from like 6th grade, so then 7th grade is like the breaking point time for me. So that's when like all those feelings were happening, plus like the adjustment from being in public school basically my whole entire life to then being homeschooled out of absolutely nowhere, honestly. Like that summer before 7th grade, like my parents talked about it, but I don't think I ever would have guessed like that I was actually going to be homeschooled. And at the time I honestly did hate it. A lot of people asked, do you like being homeschooled? And the answer would be yes, I liked the outcome of it. I definitely think I got a better education than I would have got at my public school. But going into being homeschooled, I absolutely hated the idea. I would cry every single first day of school. I was so upset about it. I'm trying to be serious here. I was literally so upset. I was so mad at my parents that I had to be homeschooled. But at the end of the day, being a graduate now, I am so happy that I was homeschooled. There was so much stuff I hated at school. I was pretty badly bullied. And around the same time of me being homeschooled is when I got off social media. But so like losing that, plus like losing like school, which at the time I hated school, but then like getting out of it, I was like, oh, this is like the worst thing ever. I'm not like with my friends, I'm not at school. Like I miss school so much. No, I hated school. And you know, honestly, I always think about like going back. Like I always wish, like I'd always want to go back when there was like an activity, like, oh, I want to go back so I could go to homecoming. It would be like stuff like that. But I know the second if I was at school, I would literally want to be signed out of school that day and never go back. And I'm so happy I got the opportunity to get out of my public school. I know not a lot of people get to do that, and they absolutely hate it. And trust me, people have definitely had worse times than me. But honestly, at the end of the day, none of those people called me. So I think like realizing that, because at first I was like, oh, all my friends are at school, I can't talk to my friends on Snapchat anymore. Like that was the part that upset me. And I was like, oh, I don't get to like, I remember the first day of high school, because we start the same day as them, like in our homeschooling. I was so upset. Like that's probably the most upset I was with school, because I just was like, everyone's studying high school and I'm like over here at my house doing school, and I was so upset. But I am so happy now. It's been an hour since I last filmed my last clip, and I've done 0 beads. I've quite literally been laying on my floor watching my phone. So I think I'm just gonna end this video here. I know it was just basically me yapping and ranting this whole entire video, but I kind of want to do a little sit down video of talking about like graduation, homeschooling, overall. I didn't like put a poll type of form thing out for questions. Usually I do that, so I kind of just winged it and called it a day. So maybe in the future I'll do like an actual Q&A of like homeschooling, high school, all that fun stuff. But for now, I'm just gonna end this video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know it was all over the place. I'm gonna have a terrible time editing this, because there was this one question where I was literally re-asking it like 4 different times because I could not get the words out. But I'm gonna finish this, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you for watching. And by the time this comes out, I have graduated.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe.